Alright, so I. Damn.
What a great way to start the video, bro.
I just burped. I was like, bro.
Well, come on, that's a perfect intro.
That was honestly that broke the tension. So yeah, okay, so
Alright, keep going
probably
now.
in the title, I probably wrote this down, but it's Demon Slayer versus OJ. I wanted to wait until all of the DLC came out, but I'm impatient as fuck, and this is probably gonna get views because I'm gonna beat the hell out of this video.
Let's not wait till all the DLC comes out. That probably wouldn't be the best idea.
Yeah, it'd probably take it. The game would probably be better than OJ is right now. So like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna finish till December.
So, if we're segueing into OG anime fighters, we gotta talk about the granddaddy Ninja Storm, right?
Yeah. Basically, where Demon Slayer was born. That's Demon Slayer's mama right there.
Demon Slayer is the original. Admittedly, competitive-wise, Ninja Storm isn't the greatest. Honestly,
yeah, that's an understatement, to be honest.
Yeah, it isn't the greatest. Balance-wise, it's even worse than OJ, probably.
By a long shot.
And there's just a bunch of shit that just kind of detracts from it being competitive. Like, I really don't like the movement system in that game, honestly.
Me either. I don't. Yeah, nah.
I don't really like it.
It's not that it's too complex. It's more that it's like very tedious and there's a lot of shit to exploit.
Yeah. I also don't like how, like, mashy and how safe everything feels. Like, you know how with subs there are 4 subs and that just makes the game feel hella, like, slow and shit until subs go away? Like, there are 4 subs, so I gotta deal with that until, you know, it goes away and then we gotta keep, you know, fighting and shit. And I really didn't like that about the game, honestly. I never liked the subsystem. I much preferred the way Demon Slayer
Jax.
Yeah?
Dot muted himself.
Oh, Dot muted. Fair.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Alright, but yeah, I'm just saying, I think that it's in general, it's just, I feel like it feels like you get to play a lot more aggressively in OJ and stuff like that in general because you don't have many ways out. Like, you have 2 assist breaks, but those feel like they're not as dumb because subs actually just straight up give you your turn back if you don't chakra dash. So, you know, that's not fun at all. It reminds me of Xenoverse. So I feel like in terms of competitiveness, Ninja Storm's at the very bottom. Obviously, there were other arena-type fighters before, Ninja Storm.
Dragon Ball or Budokai Tenkaichi?
Budokai Tenkaichi. I never actually heard about the Budokai Tenkaichi competitive scene, but
probably didn't really have one.
It probably had a little bit of one. Like, it probably was like a side game at one small-ass tournament, but like, yeah. There were also a couple ones. There was actually a One Piece arena fighter, not Burning Blood, but there was a different one.
Wait, not Burning Blood?
Not Burning Blood. There was one called Grand Battle, and it apparently was actually really competitive. Except for the main problem is that it had items. So you have to take that as you will. Also, Power Stone was the original arena fighter, if you've ever heard of Power Stone, which is essentially just an arena fighter, but like the stages have like terrain on them, so you kind of have to move around. There are a few more, like there was a Tom and Jerry one, there was a Shrek one called Shrek Super Slam.
Wait, no, nigga, did you just say Tom and Jerry?
There was a Tom and Jerry arena fighter, yeah.
What the okay.
Tom and Jerry, there's also one called Shrek Super Slam. That one you might have heard of, I don't know. I can't remember anymore, but in general, arena fighters have always generally been considered non-competitive, like, party-ish games. Not on the same level of party as, like, Smash, because that just straight up has items, but straight up has items and just random effects
and
shit.
There's a mode to turn off items.
Yeah, there's a mode to turn off items to make it more competitive. Arena fighters, they just have, like, random elements and not good balance. Which would segue into after a couple years after Ninja Storm, the first OJ game comes out.
Use them. You needed to utilize Just Guard. Like, you needed to get good at Just Guard because dodging didn't exist in that game.
Yeah, dodging wasn't a thing.
So it's like,
one thing is that Curious was actually meta back then, like it is now, but for a completely different reason. but because
Yeah, wasn't there
back
no
in-
assist breaks in OJ1?
There were, but they worked differently. Like they
They
came
worked
out
as if you
actual
used it
assist attack.
offensively.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
came
So they
out
just
as
came
actual
out and
attack.
hit.
So then, yeah, so Kiri was like the best assist, like one of the best assists for like getting people off of you because it came out like so fast. So that was a reason why
Yeah,
people
I
used
also
him.
heard that Viking dropped what Inasa and then stopped
Oh
patching
yeah,
the game.
Nasa was the last patch, and he was an absolute broken mess. He was even worse than like he's still broken in the second game. Like he's still literally top 3, but in the first game it was even worse. Like you literally like if you Tilcore 2 camping is already like the tornado move. That is already annoying enough in the second game, but in the other game it was literally unbeatable. Like if someone wanted to just spam the tornado, you quite literally just had to lose.
And yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
Shoot Style DLC as well and Endeavor?
Yeah,
I think.
well, yeah, but he was it was free DLC though.
Oh, he was free DLC. Fair.
It was free. And one weird thing about OJ1 is that there was paid DLC for extra missions for some reason. Like the missions came with the DLC.
That's
Yeah, like,
wild. That's wacky.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
know that one.
Yeah, it was $2 for like the DLC mission that came out with the DLC character. It was really
Honestly, if
weird,
you're
but
into
yeah.
that, then I guess go ahead and get it. But
Yeah, I don't know why that was a thing. And also, there was a dizzy system in.
Oh
the
yeah, there
first
was a
edition.
stun bar, right?
Well, no, there wasn't a bar. It was like an invisible thing. Because it wasn't
So like
any
Street
of
Fighter
the-
2, where it was invisible and you couldn't see it and it just
like,
happened.
After a certain amount of
Yeah.
time, it would just they would just go dizzy. It would be like when someone gets stunned by Shinzo assist or just Shinzo in general. Like that's what it looked like.
Oh, okay, I got that.
And then
So
that allowed like a bunch of stupid infinites. Like half the roster had infinites, and Jiro assist was like broken in that game too.
yeah. Oh,
Because he
Jiro
literally
says was broke?
Yeah, and Jiro assist was legitimately broken in the first game.
Huh. That's
Yeah,
not how
because
it
she,
was
like-
in the second game.
Well, she was good in the second game until they made her like literally half a second.
Yeah,
to
she
get her back.
she was at the start she was good, but then she was bad.
Yeah, then they just decided to make her garbage when stuff like Jerry and Kiri exist, but whatever.
Facts. So, with that being said, do you guys want to get into the second game?
Well, no. Well, should we wait for that a little bit or just?
Well, the second phase? Was
Second game.
Second phase. Oh, second game? Okay, so then the second game came out, and that's when I kind of came into the community. That's when I started playing the game.
That's when all three. I mean, I think did you start playing in OJ1 Shadow or were you OJ2?
No, I just know a decent amount about it because I know a lot of people that played it, but
Oh, yeah.
I got OJ2.
We're all OJ2 babies.
Yep, we are not.
Yeah, I
OGs.
started playing OJ2 the first week it came out, I believe.
Yeah, I got it. I got it on
like,
one of my birthdays, so I've had it for two years at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it on day one. Bro, I was just spamming with 100% day one, bro.
When I
Day
first
one, I did not even. Day one, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't buy it because I didn't have the money. But I had saved up. I didn't have a job at this time. I can't remember how old I was. When did it drop? 2020?
It came out
2020?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
actually,
okay.
Your birthday is in March. What day is it?
It's May.
Oh wait, sorry. Bro.
My birthday's in May, bro.
I don't know why.
Damn.
I feel bad. I know you remember my birthday anyway, so it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, so we all came into the community. I started by playing Mirio, and then I swapped around mains, and now I'm playing Mirio again. Or I'm more actively retired.
My first ever main in that game was Shoot Style Deku because he was so easy and I easily picked him up. I didn't actually go into the competitive scene like a month after the game dropped. It took me a month to come into the competitive scene, but when I did, it was like I started to learn a lot more tech. I started to learn a lot more things about a lot more characters, and like then I discovered Aizawa, and that's a whole story for like that's a whole different story. We don't have to get into that.
I didn't really get into the competitive scene. I started by making like videos on like combos. I made like shitty Mirio combos back before I knew anything about the character, and I thought they were really cool. But other than that, I was bad at the game. I'm still okay-ish. I'm just like, yeah. I usually like record and make stuff. I'm a content creator in this community. That's probably what I'm most well known for. Shadow over here is an actual competitive. Yeah, Shadow,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
an
not
actual
talking.
competitive player. You were like in Wanted and shit, and you threw the bag against a Momo player, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I
Yeah,
was
cause
also in
it,
Wanted. You can't forget that.
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
were
then
in
you got
Wanted
reverse
too. True.
3
And
Yeah.
I got reverse 3-0. That was the saddest moment of my life. We're
You
not gonna get into that.
motherfucker
was
got
depressing.
reverse 3-0'd.
It was
So
depressing because the nigga died, like, the first 2 matches you won against Buddy, you won 2-0, but then the moment you lost 1 round, you just started falling apart. That was just so sad, bro. Like,
alright,
that just made me
so
sad.
yeah, let's talk about the differences between OJ2
How?
and OJ1. So first off, the
The,
roster's way bigger, right?
Way
not,
bigger.
wait, not, no, I don't think it was way bigger. I think the OJ1 roster still had, like, over 30 characters.
I mean, but by the end of it, OJ2 had like what, 50?
Oh, I think we're at, what,
51.
59?
Or
Yeah, 51?
51? Okay.
Yeah, a little over 50, but the first OJ1 still had a pretty big roster for how unique every character is, to be
True.
honest.
That's another point in OJ's favor. For how big a roster is, they're all insanely unique, and I feel like that's what most arena fighters lack.
Yeah, but especially Demon Slayer. Bro.
All
But
right,
we'll get into
Jax.
that later. Let's not.
Jax.
Uh-huh.
Jax. I need you to cut this out of the video because I just had an idea on how to do this. Why don't we like figure out pros and cons about each game? So we figure out the pros and the cons, and then the pros and the cons, and then we compare which cons are worse. You know what I mean?
Glauco did something similar a couple months ago with Storm and Demon Slayer.
Yeah, but this is Storm, this is Demon Slayer and OJ2,
Well,
right?
yeah, I'm just saying, like, we can do it and solve that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so in general, I feel like Demon Slayer has a better. I feel like it's a better game for the fans because I feel like it provides like a better story mode and offline
No, it's
modes.
not, well, yes and no, because the casual scene is the most dead. Like, it's dead casually. No one, like, barely
Isn't
anyone cares
OJ
about
dead
Demon Slayer.
casually though too?
OJ2 is just dead in general, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's a difference. OJ2 is just dead.
But like Demon Slayer, like people that enjoy that game are the like people that still enjoy that game are the people that try to play it competitively. Anyone
Yeah.
that plays that game casually hates it.
True.
The reason why Demon Slayer is dead, not Demon Slayer, OJ2 is dead just because it just died. No one cares anymore.
There's one point in the favor is that Demon Slayer looks hella way better than
Well,
OJ.
yes. I'm not
Oh,
saying
yeah.
they're like OJ2 looks garbage or something, but
Yeah,
Demon
OJ2
Slayer
don't look
looks
bad. It's not a bad
OJ2 is
looking
actually
game.
pretty decent looking for an anime arena fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
exactly.
good, but CC2 just raises the bar whenever it
Well,
just
yeah,
decides to make
CCTV is
animation.
like that. I'm not gonna lie, their visuals go hard. I mean, everything else.
Yeah, the
Neko
visuals
is
go
gonna be-
hard.
this Neko is definitely gonna be a big.
One
fan.
point in favor of OJ2 competitive is that the netcode is
The
ins-
netcode's magic. It's literally magic.
net-
It makes no sense.
Bro.
The
It's
netcode
literally
is
just
like
crap.
Satan, bro. You had to sacrifice someone.
Nigga made it
Someone.
Like the CEO of Viking sold his soul to get that goddamn netcode, bro.
Bro, this netcode
There's
is
no
delay
way he
based.
didn't.
How did you niggas do this? Like, what witchcraft did you niggas use? I don't
Facts.
understand.
How is your netcode better than most Arxis games?
Exactly. It's
That
bro,
that's
I
not
don't
like
understand.
before Strive and shit, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, bro. It's like, bro. It's like, how? This isn't even rollback. How did you
This
niggas
isn't
do
roll.
this?
How did you do it, bro? Demon Slayer, you have to use Steam Remote Play. You have to set up all this complex shit just to play competitively in a good like a netcode environment. But in OJ, you can just boot the shit up and just like
Yeah,
have it
bro.
on and just be playing.
Yeah, as long as both niggas are wired, you're chilling. It's so-
Yeah,
it's-
I mean,
I
it doesn't
think
even
some
have to
of
be.
the niggas
I
do-
feel like I've had smooth connections even though I'm not, bro. I played
Well,
web.
yeah, sometimes.
I played
Well,
web.
yeah, web for some reason just kind of always sucks when it comes to connection. Not gonna lie, it kind of like always sucks.
Who always sucks in
Yeah.
connection?
When it comes to web, I don't think I've ever.
No,
had
no,
a
no,
good
no, 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 no,
connection.
no, 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 no. I played web. I wasn't wired. Neither of us were, right? That connection was smooth as hell. I can't even lie to you. That connection was, and when I play Lockout, our connections are pretty smooth too. Like, whenever I play someone who's not from like the US or where I'm generally at, the netcode is good. It's normally always good. There's never really a time where OJ2 netcode is bad.
There are one thing I've noticed in top players in general. I've noticed is that there's actually a weird thing about OJ2's netcodes. Like, yeah, it's way better than Demon Slayer's and way better than a lot of netcodes for some reason, being that it's delay based. But there's a weird thing about it is that some people lag against people that don't. Like, for example, both of you, both you and one person could be in like the same region and go against someone like Germany, and one of you will lag, and then the other one won't. For example, me and Locke, like you say, you're connecting with barely ever bad with Locke, right, Jax?
I said web.
Well, no, you said Locke too. You brought
Oh yeah,
Locke
true,
too.
you're locked too.
But almost every time after the first 2 or 3 times I fought Locke, it was almost like always garbage. Like I could not play. And then some people lag against Devil for example, and then some people don't. Some people lag against Mario, some people don't. It's like it's weird. It's like some people lag against each other when others won't, and it's not like just regions.
I feel like there was one person I generally lagged against that I couldn't play. I don't know if I forgot the player. But there are some laggy bastards in OJ. Like
Well,
I
yeah,
bring up
like,
Uchiha,
Sonic
Hideki,
Knuckles.
and like that shit was
Do you
ass.
remember Sonic Knuckles? That nigga?
I don't think I ever played Sonic Knuckles.
You're lucky.
Sonic
Nigga
Knuckles
sucks.
is a spammer with some of the worst connection I've ever
Yeah,
seen in
it
my
was
entire life.
Nigga would try to spam people on V2, and it was absolute cancer. Yeah,
What's
Wait,
another?
bro, dog, remember 7-star Draco, bro?
Oh my lord, the Rappa with the horrible connection.
Bro. That was
Okay, but let's do this right now though. Now that we're on the topic of connection, let's switch over to Demon Slayer.
Oh
The
boy,
connection is dog shit. It's dog shit.
It's god awful.
It's dog shit.
It's god awful, man.
It's absolute garbage. You will lag against somebody that lives in like the next city over by you, bro. It's
Bro,
so-
literally, they will be in the next. They'll be in your neighborhood, my guy. You're like, and it's just if you're not wired on this game, it's literally the worst connection you'll ever see.
Yeah, it's
You
literally
have
the
to
worst shit
know.
you will ever play in your
Like,
entire
it's
life.
so bad. And it's like, and that's someone in your own country. You try to play with somebody that's not in the same country as you. Yeah, nah, it's not.
I feel like I've had better connection in Storm 4,
You
honestly.
probably did. I think people have said that the Storm connection is actually better than Demon Slayer's.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
That's very sad.
That's
Holy shit.
depressing. But to be fair, CC2 was never known for their netcode.
Yeah, no, their netcode sucks.
They were good for their visuals, but never their netcode.
They were good for their
yeah,
visuals and like their story modes and shit.
Well,
Never
yeah,
their netcode.
Yeah, everybody knows CC2 knows how to do story modes.
Yeah, that's another point in Demon Slayer Saber,
Yeah,
that their
that's
story mode
definitely
fucking
because
destroys
OJ2
it.
Yeah, OJ2's story mode sucks. Like,
And it sucks that we have to play it to unlock 2 characters.
Yeah, you have to. Well, thankfully,
Yeah,
after
at
you
least
release
with
all
Demon
the-
Slayer's, like, Demon Slayer's story mode, it may be very, very mid. It may suck ass, right? But, not Demon Slayer,
OJ?
What the
OJ?
hell am I talking about? OJ's story mode, it's mid. It sucks ass. And
Yeah,
like, they
it's
had a kind of a cool, like, idea with it, you know, how they had, like, every conversation be like a fight scene, but
Oh, yeah.
there were just no cutscenes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
And,
and
like-
the thing is, no, the cutscenes that there were. One thing no one brings up, and I'm not surprised because the story mode does suck, but OJ2 cutscenes, like the
But the OJ2 cutscenes look good. Why
Yeah,
can't
Even
they
the
do them?
OJ1 cutscenes looked good.
Yeah, exactly. The cutscenes in the OJ2, like on here, my hero games, for some reason they look so good. Like I'm like, bro, why aren't there more of these? These look so good, but there's only like 3 of them in OJ2, and I don't know how many there are in OJ1, but even those ones look good. It's like, why do they look so good?
There's like 2, I think.
Yeah, there should have been more cutscenes, honestly.
Yeah, there should have been, because the cutscenes in OJ2 look really good for no reason.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But in Demon Slayer, like at least when you unlock like when you're playing the story in Demon Slayer, you're enjoying yourself while unlocking these characters. You
Yeah,
know?
but OJ2 is like, bro, I gotta deal with this garbage. It's like, bro, this
Yeah,
isn't
and there's
fun.
no variety in the story mode. Like in Demon Slayer, you
No.
have free roaming sections where you can walk around and move
Not
things.
gonna lie, the free roaming kind of sucked. I'm not
But
gonna
true,
lie.
but it
It's-
added some variety though.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
up.
I wish that there was more like collectibles or side quests you could do within the story mode, but at the same time, like, I mean, we can't ask for too much. We already have
Yeah.
a really decent story mode. Like the story was good. It retold the Demon Slayer story in a really, really good way.
True, yeah, very
You know?
true.
Also, I like the mini games in Demon Slayer story mode. I
Yeah,
actually
then they have like the breathing like a little breathing mini
breathing
game.
ones and the teacup ones.
Yeah, those were cool, honestly. I honestly think those were pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, those are fun.
So that's another point in the terms of a Demon Slayer.
that was definitely
Another
fair. Wait,
good
okay.
point in competitive. What are you about to say, Shadow?
I was gonna say, let's compare like offline stuff.
Offline stuff first. Okay,
Yeah,
well
I
we
would
started
say
off with story
OJ2.
mode. OJ2 has it there, but let's like go into depth with it. You know.
Well, yeah, like because with the thing is, OJ2 has like even if you don't play online, there's still a lot of stuff that
There's
you can
the
do.
stuff you can do like mission mode, arcade mode.
Yeah, there's mission arcades. Then obviously you can do platinum for story, but
Yeah.
sucks anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the cameras.
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh, photo mode
mode.
literally
Photo mode is
added like another like 100 hours of content into this
Yeah,
game.
like a lot of people like the photo mode a lot, and the photo mode is pretty good.
Photo mode is great.
Yeah, exactly. It is pretty good. Also, do we count training mode as offline? Like, do we count that?
I
Yeah.
feel like we can, yeah, because I feel like
Okay.
OJ has a better training mode, like by
yeah, the
far.
training mode in OJ2 is
That's
way
what I
better.
wanted to touch on, but we'll touch on that in a second.
I think we can
Yeah.
touch on that when we touch on like the competitive aspects of the games.
Yeah, but that was one thing.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
But-
Offline.
And then, yeah, that's one point straight over to OJ because Demon Slayer's
yeah, you just
offline
have
is
story
really,
mode,
really
that's,
bad.
like, really-
Offline
and
mode,
then
other
there's
than story mode, that's all we have off. That's all they have offline.
All
All they have to offer is story mode
No,
because
there's
the
that and that,
tutorials is so horrible.
Yeah, the tutorials suck. Like that a mentor thing, that sucks. That's
Yeah.
garbage. No one likes those. yeah,
Another
that's definitely
thing
good.
is that also costume mode. We didn't bring up costumes, did we?
Well, no. Yeah, I was gonna bring it up, but that doesn't. Does that really count for like offline?
I mean, you can use them in like free battles and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but oh no, for some reason, like there's one thing about like the mission mode is that they can have their assists use outfits, but you cannot do that for your own characters. Which I always didn't understand why they didn't add that.
Yeah.
I never got that because I
Yeah.
thought that would be pretty cool to have custom fits for your assists too. But
Oh yeah,
it's not.
the fit assist. Yeah, that would be cool if you had like a squad of like themed
like it was
assist colors and
like
shit.
yeah, they literally had themes in mission mode, but they never made it so the actual players themselves could do
Yeah,
which
that
is, like,
sucks. Honestly, that's another thing.
that was really annoying.
True.
But also the customization blows Demon Slayer out of water.
Facts.
obviously.
Isn't there like no? I mean, oh yeah, there are costumes,
Yeah,
aren't there?
No, the
There's
thing is,
costumes,
the
but they're
way
not customization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this way that well, no, there are some costumes, but they suck. Like
Some of
there's
them don't
barely
seem
any-
that bad, honestly.
Well, no. It's just not that they suck, except for like the sleepwear outfits. The sleepwear outfits suck outside of Inosuke.
Oh yeah, the patient wear outfits suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's barely any costumes, and then the ones that are like actual like really big changes are the academy outfits. But for some reason, CT2 is like, hey, these are literally outfits that just change how the
Yeah.
character looks and give you different. Let's make them different characters.
Facts. They literally did that for character padding. Honestly, they did that for genuine
Yeah,
character
'cause
padding.
why not? And they're doing it with the new DLCs too. There's gonna be
Yeah.
3 new characters that are and this time they apparently don't even have different alts. Apparently, I'm not sure though. But...
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's
We have
one
to
thing I
wait.
will say too. Demon Slayer really sucks when like I won't say they suck when it comes to creating characters because like Tengen, he just dropped. He's really fun. I'm having a good time with him already, and I haven't even taken him online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can actually
the
segue this in-
demons.
Let's segue this into talking about the roster now.
Okay, so the
no, I
roster,
just wanna say
obviously,
one-
my hero blows Demon Slayer out of the water when it comes to the roster, both
Yeah.
in diversity and size,
just
because
size in
like
general.
every character is different. In Demon Slayer, every character has the same exact kit.
At launch, half the roster were water breathers, bro. Half the roster.
At launch, half the launch roster was water breathers, and like there were school outfits that were literally had their own character slots, but were basically the same characters as basically just straight up skins.
We'll talk
Which
about
is-
base roster first before we go into DLC.
Yeah,
both
let's
free
not
and
talk about
raw,
let's not talk about DLC. So base
base
roster and
roster
OJ was
is really
actually
good, too.
pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, because even the base roster had like a little over 40. Like,
Yeah.
it literally was like 39 or maybe it was like 39 to 41 characters, which is really big at launch, which made it so
Yeah.
there was a lot to do.
And all the characters have very unique gimmicks and shit,
Yeah,
you know.
that's the thing that OG2 does. Like, one thing Viking does incredibly well is making move sets. Like, their moves, like, they
The movesets are always bangers. If the patch notes are ass, you can always rely on the character to not be.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
bro,
like
they just
look at Midnight. Midnight didn't fight, and they used like this is probably a bad example because she's fucking broken, but like,
Yeah, she's
and it's also DLC. But I'm just saying, like, they were able to completely make a character who hasn't technically fought in the anime, and they made them like literally an entire moveset. Same thing with Mei. Same thing with Technically, Mineta too. Mineta really
Yeah,
didn't do much.
Mineta really didn't fight.
Yeah, Mineta didn't do anything. Cammy didn't really do anything either.
Who else really didn't do shit? What about Gang Orca? Did he really do anything?
Yeah, he did. In the
Yeah, he did. They had a lot to take off from him.
Bad.
wait, and also Nasa was in the first game. So
Oh yeah, he was in the first game?
yeah, he was in the first game. Yeah,
He's
we
DLC.
were talking about how he was the last DLC for the first game, how he was broken. What, nigga? What the?
Oh, I thought you were talking about that was NASA.
Oh wait, what? Oh wait, never mind. I'm stupid. No. Wait, no, I think Orca was in the first game though. I think it was.
Yeah, Orca was probably in the first game, but yeah, in terms of roster size and diversity, literally one character at OJ is more diverse than all of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, every character, like, you're not gonna find any two characters that are like the exact same. And
They might have
barely
similar
even-
archetypes, but they're not the exact same.
Well, yeah, obviously archetypes, but like even then, like characters, all of their moves are almost completely different. The closest to moves not being like completely unique is like, do you guys know how like there's like 6 different characters with like very similar punching moves, like Quirk 2?
Oh yeah, Oda, yeah.
Yeah, like
Oda.
those, like Rappa, All Might, All for One, 100%.
And even then, they all have their different
Yeah, and-
gimmicks.
Yeah,
They're
they
all
all have,
different
they're
properties.
all
All of them are
insanely different. You
completely
cannot tell me for a second All for One plays like All Might.
No.
And
They're
you
all
can't say no
completely
move plays like Rappa. There's
Yeah,
it's
they
just-
don't. None of them do.
Like,
None of
all
them play the
characters are
same.
completely different. There's so many of them, so it's better in diversity and just variety. in
And hell,
general.
even the characters that have multiple versions, like the Deku, Shigaraki, and
Yeah,
Overhaul, they're all completely different.
Literally completely different characters, even though
Yeah.
they're different versions.
While
And I-
from Demon Slayer, if you play a Slayer, you play a Slayer. If you play a demon, you play a demon. But
Yeah, one
when
thing,
I
like,
kind of want to
playing-
get into that though, because I've actually been looking more into the competitive scene. I've actually like picked
Yeah,
up
so
characters
now,
and stuff.
okay, let's talk about DLC. Then we will dive into the competitive scene, which is the biggest part of this.
Well, we didn't even talk about Demon Slayer's
Oh,
roster.
yeah, we can
have
talk
to
about
talk
Demon
about
Slayer.
Demon Slayer's roster.
Yeah, Demon Slayer's roster sucks.
Okay, I'll take the lead.
Yeah,
for this
take it
one.
for here.
Honestly, the roster I can't say it's like the most impressive thing, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? Every character is relatively the same. Like they all have the same
Well-
stuff, but I will say most characters are different when it comes to their playstyle. So that's one thing Demon Slayer has over My Hero. There's a lot of archetypes, and those archetypes tend to stay in that range.
Alright,
while
what do you
with
mean
Demon
different
Slayer, every
archetypes?
character.
Everybody's like the same outside of zoners, and like everybody's either a zoner or a rushdown. It doesn't seem like there's literally any in between, like at all.
Well, that's because okay, but I'm talking about when it comes to their buttons and stuff. Like you got to get technical with these characters in order to like do things. Because I mean, like you could say all Slayers play the same, but then you pick up
Oh,
Makumo
no,
and you're
no,
losing
I'm
every
not-
single
I'm not
fight.
saying-
You know
no,
what
I
I
never
mean?
said they all play the same. They don't all play the same. I'm
They
saying,
just they just have a similar feel to them. I think that's
Yeah,
what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
they
say.
all have a
The
similar
biggest-
feel to them.
The biggest part of it is just the water breeders. Outside of that, they're still like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And-
demons play way differently than the Slayers and stuff like
Well,
But
that.
yeah,
even
Demons are
then,
all
the water
completely
breathers, all have their differences, right? Because Water Tanjiro
Yeah,
is the
they're different,
basic water. You know, he's the basic water character. He has the water wheel and the
The
basin,
thing
right?
is, what every water breeder outside of Sabito has a water wheel. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
every-
and doesn't
every
everyone's
single
water
water
wheel
breeder.
have like a different property, right? Everyone's
Yeah, they're
water
all
wheel.
Yeah,
different,
Tanjiro's is
they're all
basic.
water wheel.
Gyu's is short, but like quote unquote plus, and Urokodaki's is like hella
those are-
long.
Yeah, those are really long. The
And
combos
then-
would be like the best if it wasn't for the fact that it dropped almost every time.
And then Murata literally has one of the most unparryable water wheels in the game. It's so
Yeah.
hard to like deal with. I can also say that like I said, each character plays differently. Like Water Tanjiro, he's basic. He's literally like your tutorial character.
He's
like
the
Shoots Out
Ryu of
Deku.
this game.
No, he was what you
Yeah.
would call like the Shoto in like 2D fighters. That's
Yeah, I
like
called
how-
him the Ryu.
Yeah,
And then Nezuko is like, you know, she plays like a Slayer, but at the same time she has more properties like a demon because of the fact that
he's a demon. That's
she
on
doesn't have a
some
whole
sides
sword,
and
but she still has range. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? They found ways to compensate for their lack of a sword for more range.
Well, yeah,
And
because-
that's one thing I can commend Demon Slayer for.
Yeah, there's one thing you must admit is that Demon Slayer is probably has the most diverse characters out of basically most CC2 arena fighters.
Yeah.
Because in Storm, they are like characters in Storm are like
Storm,
way more
you're
similar.
either I punch you into like a combo into like a little cutscene, or I'm a puppet character. Like
Yeah.
That's literally
And
all
then
that there is to offer.
Puppet
right there.
characters are just ugh. Okay, but we don't have to talk about puppet characters. They're trash.
So are we
Um,
talking about DLC now?
Yeah.
DLC,
Let me close this off real quick. I want to say that My Hero is better at the roster and has better characters, but Demon Slayer has way better like play styles with each character. I will say.
Yeah.
That's how
general.
I'll end it.
The thing about the playstyle thing, well, I'll go into that when we get into the competitive part.
So
Yeah.
now we get into DLC.
That now DLC is when Demon Slayer doesn't feel like I'm playing a copy and paste most of the time. Now, all the
Yeah.
demons are completely unique. I will say that. All
Yeah,
of them are.
every
All the
demon is
demons are unique.
completely unique.
Yeah, you can't say a
Yushiro
single
doesn't
one.
exist. Okay, we all know that. It doesn't
Yushiro
exist.
isn't a character, man.
Akaza's broken now. Rui got the
Akaza's
weapons, that's
okay.
it.
Okay, Akaza on release.
Well, yeah,
High
Akaza
B tier
was-
character, possibly even A tier. Akaza post patch, literally the best character in the game.
Yeah, literally the best character. So yeah, it really just comes down to the DLCs are way more unique, but honestly, OJ2 still feels like the
Well, yeah,
characters are
OJ
more unique.
Well, yeah, I would still say the DLCs for Demons or OJ2 are better.
Yeah,
so-
in general, because
I
like you
think
can't
so,
you
but
can't say in general that they
also
play the same.
pretty much every single DLC that they dropped were top 10 characters.
Okay. I'm gonna get more
Besides Tetsu and Gentle.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's how it works. Here's how it works. Season 2 DLC pass is when, because what? I'm gonna go into, let's start with Season 1. I'll start with Season 1, then I'll go into Season 2. But Season 1, okay, first off, Hawks. He was broken, but people didn't know he was broken till just like a month later, then people were like, hey, yo, this character kind of stupid. But a lot of people still downplayed him, so he got buffed. He got nerfed at some point. Mei. At first, everybody thought Mei sucked, and she did kind of suck. Then people found out that she basically, if she had one wall, she basically had an infinite. We brought her up, but she wasn't that good because her damage sucked. But then they buffed her and made it so, hey, now this character can get 12k off of literally every single one of her buttons for free. And
Damn.
that's at the minimum, by the way. So then they made her broken, so yeah, she's top tier. But then there's Kendo, who's mid. Tetsu.
Kendo is literally the definition
of mid.
of
Of
balance.
Yeah,
she's
she does. She's
definitely
not
mid to
broken, but
balance.
she isn't weak.
Tetsu, okay, now Tetsu, he's also mid right now, but he was really annoying at release. Like he was better at release, but he was just really annoying because back then, if you went to steal, you literally had to run away. You
Yeah.
couldn't even like try to do reds. You literally just had to deal with it. Because you did a red, then he would just come back during your combo.
He would, it would just come back and he just
And then there's
keep doing
Gentle.
shit.
Who, outside of outside of Hawks, for the Season 1 pass, it's actually like the best DLC when they first came out. Like he was the only one
Honestly,
that didn't
Gentle
suck.
is a really good example on how unique a character can get.
Oh
In,
yeah, Gentle is incredibly unique with how he works.
Yeah, the bouncing, like, what are they, like, trampoline mirrors?
Yeah, trampoline things. Yeah, the trampolines, and then this quirk one, which are like walls that you can also like control to go.
And his
farther
Plus
away,
Ultra 1 is
whatever.
a literal, like, install.
Yeah, he
It's
has-
not
yeah,
like...
he hasn't installed what? Oh yeah, and also that's another thing about OJ2's roster is that there's like what, 5 characters that have installs. What there's
Yeah.
Base
Base
Deku, Denki, Gentle, Tenya. Wait, is that only those 4? Am I missing one?
Tanya...
Oh wait, Kiri and Tetsu too.
Yeah,
Kiri and
technically, if they technically count as installs, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's 6 characters that have installs, which is already dope that a Arena Fighter has installs. That's really cool.
I'm happy that they even have level 1 and level 2, like, different animations for supers, because Ninja Storm didn't have that.
Yeah, that's another thing, that they also have different supers. How did we not get on that? Like, there's level 1s, there's level 2s, and then there's also level 3s.
That are
like
fucking
Demon Slayer,
stupid
there's only
sometimes, but
one.
I'm not gonna get into
Well, yeah,
that.
level 3s can be very stupid. Level 1s can also be very stupid, but there's variety.
There's
When
definitely variety. I'm not gonna lie, not all of the Plus Ultra 2 animations be hitting like that, but like,
Yeah, no,
all of them are at least unique, you
Man.
know?
okay, I like Maze. It's just actually I actually like Maze. It's just annoying because of how long it is. But
Yeah,
then
it's
there's
like-
Endeavor.
Endeavor's like years,
Yeah.
but for every like May or Endeavor, there's Rappa and an Overhaul version 2 Plus Ultra 2.
Robin's-
That's
Oh yeah, V2s is bro.
V2s is brutal. That man just murders you.
So brutal.
He just kills you.
Yeah.
Kills you, bro.
I'm gonna say though, Demon Slayer has animation
Well,
when it
yeah.
comes to
Yeah, Demon
levels,
Slayer has
when
better
it comes
ultimates,
to
obviously.
supers.
But at least OJ2 does win in the variety department because, you know, obviously characters.
Variety on
only
basically
have
everything
one
on the
alt.
characters and on the DLC.
Even the customization.
Let's just be real.
which is
Let's
fine.
just be real. OJ2 completely knocks Demon Slayer out of the water when it comes to variety.
Yeah,
Variety on
like
basically
everything.
everything.
The characters, customization, alts, it's just everything. Literally, variety is better in every single aspect.
Alright, keep talking, bro.
Alright, so now we go into the Season 2 DLC, where stuff really starts getting stupid. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so Shinzo, an absolute mess, a
Bro,
disaster.
Shinzo was
He
wacky.
literally killed the game for 2 months.
Shinzo was dumb as fuck.
Okay, the crazy part about Shinzo is that he killed the game, but he killed the game competitively. Honestly, I would say after Shinzo is when the game started dying more. Like, it felt like
Yeah.
a lot of people were still playing during
Yeah,
Shinzo
I
patch.
felt like
Just
I
bunch
fought a lot of
top
people
players.
during Shinzo patch, and
Yeah, I
then like,
did. It's
yeah.
just that a lot of top players dropped during the Shinzo patch. 'cause
Yay,
obviously no
Shady!
one wants to play during people literally running
Yeah.
around with a broken assistant character with an infinite. But oh yeah, so yeah, Shinzo. The character had an infinite. We all know about that, right? Infinite
Right.
that. Yeah,
Why
an
is
infinite
Shadow
that-
going off about Shinzo Infinite?
Video,
wait, okay,
we're
Shinzo,
doing video.
We'll give you the deets in a second. But Shinzo, he had an infinite that only 5 characters could escape. It was like Mirio, Nomu, and like shoot style, I think, something along the lines of that.
And Bakugo.
Wait, Bakugo could do it?
Yeah, he could have gotten out of it.
Okay, well, thank you, Shady. Bakugo also. And then on top of that, we had Shinzo Assist, which was an
Oh,
even
Shinzo
bigger
Assist.
issue.
I feel like
Yeah.
Shinzo Assist was more detrimental than Shinzo the character. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest.
I literally just said that who was an even bigger issue than Shinzo himself because they decided to make an assist. Say, hey, let's make an assist that has a 10-second cooldown, goes full screen, and if their opponent does literally anything except for walk while they're in this bubble, they will die, and then you can just do a combo and reset them.
I
But
remember
why
when there was
not?
like a little rule where like people would rage quit on people who use Shinzo Assist,
Yeah,
and no one would
yeah,
feel bad
the
about it.
thing is, like, so many people would just be like, so you're using
Shinzo Assist? Absolutely
Yeah,
not. I never fought
no,
them. I never
I
fought them
don't-
unless
I
it was
don't-
for like a video and I kind of wanted to like whoop them. But you know, other than that, that was just too much of a hassle.
Yeah, it's like people would just duck someone if they saw Shinzo Assist and just not kill
Bro,
anyone.
people think what is that dude in Demon Slayer called? The dude with the hand mouth?
Oh, yeah, bro.
And
Wait.
bro, people think that
Wait,
top
no.
tiers in Demon Slayer are
Oh,
bad.
Demon
Oh
Slayer.
my god, y'all ain't no shit until y'all play OJ2.
Oh, yeah, so now we're getting into the second one. Then we got President Mike, who is not as broken as other characters later on in this.
But he
he's
had the
stupid.
most annoying ass JA loop I had ever seen in my
Yeah,
entire.
because they decided to give this character a loop. Because no, the reason why he has a loop like that to begin with is obviously it has a lot his son. But then they decided to make it so, hey, let's have this character. There's this thing called FD value. You know, there's a thing called FD value to keep combos from going on forever.
Yeah.
Let's just have it so this character just doesn't have to worry about that
Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't have any heavies. And then every single, and I mean literally every single one of his hits do 2 FD. 2.
Two.
In a game where if you get over 150 FD is when your combo meteors. So you can do 75 hits of literally any of his moves, and then it will meteor. Because
yeah.
why not? And then on top of just having one of the safest movesets in the game, because why not?
I gotta
And then-
say, when it comes to Demon Slayer and OJ2, Demon Slayer didn't have nearly as broken DLCs, honestly.
No, definitely not. Because now we're going to Kirigiri.
Kuragi was mid. He was like the forgotten child of that DLC pack.
Yeah, but then Kirigiri is cool. I like Kirigiri, but the thing is, he's just
Kyogi's
solid. He's
genuinely
like a-
cool. Like, yeah, he has
yeah,
like a wacky JA loop that most people
But
use.
it's not
but
stupid. It's not broken though. That's
it's
the
not
thing. Like,
broken. He does a
nice.
lot of damage, and I really like his teleport mechanics. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And
he-
his
he-
his Nomu Fist gotta be like one of my favorite moves in the game.
Oh yeah.
Because it
totally.
reuses an asset so cool. Like, he puts his hand, he uses the Nomu Fist. That's such a cool way to use him.
And also, I don't know how we didn't bring up Kirigiri when we were talking about how they made characters that barely did anything. Because Kirigiri literally does not do anything fighting wise.
Yeah, like, he's only the teleport guy. He literally only teleports people in and out.
So like then they gave this nigga a whole moveset. So it's like, bro, you niggas gave a moveset to a character that literally never fights. Like,
Yeah,
bro.
he gave him to literally a character who just doesn't fight.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but Kirigiri is like the least like troublesome out of these. And then we go into Midnight. Oh, this broken Midnight. So they decide to give this character one of the most brain dead movesets in the game.
Bro.
But J Quirk 1. J Quirk 1 even existing is a mistake because they decided to give a character a move that is almost unreactable it is unreactable point blank. Outside of that, it's already incredibly hard to react to. They decided to not just make the move go half screen, it just flat out covers half the screen.
Half of the shit Midnight does goes half screen.
Exactly. So they decided, no. This move doesn't just go half screen. It covers half the screen. All right, bro.
I must
Like-
admit that she is insanely unique for an OJ character. Like,
Well, yeah,
she
she
literally
is
had
very
missing a
unique,
moveset
but
and missing a move in her moveset, and she still feels like completely complete
Yeah,
as a character.
she's still, but she's just incredibly broken because J Quirk 1 also it's one of the only moves in the game that's almost impossible to dodge because of just how much of a radius it covers. And then one thing, Dot knows this. He's mute right now, but Dot knows this. If there was one move in the entire game that felt like it had zero recovery, it would have to go to that J Quirk 1. You can literally double just guard it, and you probably won't be able to punish it.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
why
her
not?
sleep mechanic is probably the most stupid in this
it's-
entire game.
yeah, it's
Hold on, I
super
gotta do an input on that JQ1. That JQ1 is literally the main button that you will use in neutral. If you don't use that button in neutral, you're playing it wrong. That's all I have to say.
Because that move is the most brain dead move in the entire game. Because why not?
Her
And then the
moveset
sleep
is broken,
mechanic.
and her mechanic and her gimmick is completely
Yeah, the sleep
dumb.
mechanic is a mistake because they decided to make it so. Hey! If this character has like this sleep thing on you that she can apply by literally throwing a projectile at you, you better not block. Because if you block, you're going to die.
Yeah, you better not get
Because-
hit either. You just gotta avoid that shit.
Dude, the moves can just not even hit you, and then you'll
But
get.
guess what? It comes back and leaves an
Oh,
aroma,
yeah, it's a-
so you
yeah,
can't
it's a
avoid it.
budget Anasa quirk too, bro. Like, come on.
Bro, Midnight is the definition of just don't get hit, bro.
Yeah,
just don't get hit, bro.
You're probably gonna die.
Yeah, you get hit. You get hit. You take like what 30%.
Yeah, and then she also has like one of the best reds in the game too. It's really fast, has good range, and also has barely any recovery.
Yeah,
Because why
I
not?
mean this doesn't really matter, but remember she used to have a JA wall loop.
Oh yeah,
That
I
shit
don't
was
know why. I don't know why they were like, "Hey, this character needs a nerf. What should we do?" Okay, let's take away this loop that she has, that she can literally only do on the wall and isn't even optimal. Let's take that away, okay? You guys agree? Okay, and then they thought, yeah, let's call it a day. They literally did touch, not a single. I hate that character so much. I
Yeah,
just hate
alright,
her.
we can talk about Ayama then. I never got to play Ayama.
Okay, Ayama, isn't
I like
anything crazy,
his
but
gimmick
he's
is
good.
kind of cool. The fact that he used the guard
Yeah,
bar
his
and stuff like
moves-
that.
Garbage. I don't really have much to say about Ayama because
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
just-
relatively new, but
He's just okay. He's just there, man. He's just there. He doesn't
I
seem
mean,
broken or
he's pretty
anything.
good.
He's pretty good.
He's
He
not
doesn't-
broken, but he is pretty good. I mean, on the ground, if someone's grounded, he does have a 24K loop, so.
Yeah, but still,
Viking-
a bunch of shit in this game is broken.
Oh.
So
Oh, wait, that's one thing I forgot to mention. Every character in the DLC pass has an air jab loop. Every single one.
every single one.
Yep, he can loop his. Shinzo
Oh
can
yeah,
loop his air
Shinzo
jab.
can.
Mike can. Kirigiri, obviously, Kirigiri can. Oh, well, I guess Midnight technically can't anymore, but she
But
came
she used to
out
be
with-
able to.
Yeah, and then Ayama can also loop his air jab. So each DLC pass was able to loop their air jabs. Each
Huh.
one.
Alright,
No,
instead of
both
talking
games
about
have
balance,
their
we're gonna
crazy-
talk about bugs.
Alright, then we're gonna balance. Wait, yeah, we're gonna balance. Okay,
That's it.
bugs? I don't know which one.
Both of them are
would be-
broken messes. Both of them were way
Yeah.
broken messes on launch.
Okay, I think, well, since we're talking about bugs, not balance when it comes to day one, I would say Demon Slayer was worse because the constant desyncs and crashes. It was
Yeah,
almost
didn't they
impossible
fix
to
that
play
though?
nothing. Well, yeah, they did, but Demon Slayer's, not Demon Slayer, OJ2's fixed all day, too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
OJ2 has had bigger fuck ups, like a
But
switch.
here's the
and-
thing.
Oh,
With
yeah,
Demon
Switch.
Slayer, there are many like maps that you can't play because it will lag and desync.
Oh,
like
yeah,
there's a
dude.
select few amount of maps that you can actually play without desyncing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Also, maps in general in Demon Slayer have a big influence because there are a lot of maps that you just lag on way more when like OJ2 you don't really have to worry about that except for like the ones with a lot of destructibles, like a lot of the stuff that just breaks and then your frame rate kind of drops. But outside of that, Demon Slayer just has a bunch of laggy maps in general. I know there's like what Dot hasn't like Snob or Fado said there's only like 3 like maps that don't like
Two
lag?
maps. There was
Two?
I think it was either Mount Fujikisane and the Demon Slayer core, or it was the Demon Slayer core and Boulder.
Yeah, so literally only
Those are the only
maps
two good
in-
maps.
Bruh, that's wild. Most of the time when we don't play on an OJ map, it's because it's just unbalanced.
Well, yeah, like for example, Spike Map. That's one map that just
Spike
everybody
map
really-
is the
like,
most meme
univers-
stage ever.
Yeah, everybody just universally agrees. Hey, do not pick this map or you are a psychopath.
Yeah, everyone
true.
legitimately ducks someone, and you
I
will
know
not
people
get
who do
freaking.
that.
You will not get scolded for ducking this map. Like it's that
It's like,
bad.
bro, it's
Spike map
when
is
you
ass.
run into- Yeah, when you run into somebody, why would you pick this map willingly? You have an option to back out. Why
Facts!
would you do this?
Facts!
It's
but
like
on
so
to the
weird.
glitches,
But,
I have
yeah, I'm
to-
about to say we were talking about bugs.
Yeah, on to the bugs and glitches. I have to say, OJ2 fucks up harder because they have screwed over entire
Yeah,
consoles.
They literally have, like,
Like,
Yeah.
literal,
they have
traits of
screwed
them.
over Switch and Xbox.
Yeah, so with Xbox, you know, they literally just couldn't play ranked for what? It was August till the wait, I'm not sure. Shady might just have been back on PlayStation at that point. But do you remember what
The
last-
delay on PS4 only,
Oh, yeah,
like it was
Yeah.
literally
Oh, yeah,
only
that was
PS4.
stupid.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
That was dumb.
They just had to act extra. But still, I would say when it comes to bugs, and I'm just gonna go over stuff in Demon Slayer. Well, OJ2 because there's more. But OJ2 obviously had bugs in launch too.
But no. When it comes to bugs, can we talk about how when we're in room matches, sometimes it kind of just dies?
Well, yeah, but that's not nothing too crazy. It's annoying, but it's not like
That's
anything
hella
major.
annoying.
It's mainly annoying when it comes to competitive. It's really annoying when it happens in like competitive sets. That's where it really gets annoying. Also, it's just
Yeah.
more, like you're not gonna like have your whole mood soured by it. It's just something that's
Yeah.
annoying. It's
Yeah,
not like in Demon
sometimes
Slayer
it's
where
kind
you
of
get
funny, I'm not
all
even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no,
the
no.
comedic
I've-
timing be ridiculous.
I've definitely had my whole entire day ruined because of that.
Really? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened to make that happen?
I got the room actually closed out like 3 times when I'm trying to actually win a set, and on the
Damn.
4th time I lost because of it.
Damn.
Oh, wait,
And it
I
was
think-
in like I think it was like semi-final losers.
Damn.
Dang, that's tough. I think something like that happened in Wanted recently, actually.
Yeah.
It was Wanted or this like $500 tournament. I think it was like one of those where they literally had like 3 or 4 different times, like you Shady, where they just had to keep remaking the room. So
Yeah,
when it comes to
that
competitive,
sucks.
when it comes to competitive, then yeah, it's incredibly annoying that you're literally in the middle of a competitive set and then the room just dies.
But
That
the
is
room just
really stupid.
Dies. When it's with
Like,
casual friendlies, then yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, then
funny,
sometimes
but
it's funny. It's like, hey, he rage quit. It's funny. Hey, he rage quit. But okay, OJ2 bugs. Honestly, at launch, I don't really remember anything at launch being too.
Yeah, I don't
stupid.
really remember
Between
anything
the
kinda
Buffalo,
breaking
it's
at
nothing
launch,
to-
though.
But there was one really stupid bug that was like around for like 1 to 2 months, where if you use base Deku's level 1 and went to like the full cowling thing, after like a few seconds the game would always crash.
bro,
Like
Really?
Really?
Yeah, wait, you don't? Yeah, that was a thing.
I don't remember that.
I'm surprised that's a bug.
No, it was a bug. It's not a thing anymore. They patched
Yeah.
it
No,
out.
no, like I'm just surprised like that was a bug.
Yeah, it was really stupid. So you basically couldn't use Deku's level 1 unless it was the kill in the second round or something, because then the game would just crash a few seconds later, which was incredibly stupid.
That was
And then
so incredibly
there was
dumb.
it wasn't. It's not a glitch slash bug that did anything, but there was this really funny bug that when Deku uses level 1, and like you guys know how his like sleeve gets ripped off because his like arm is messed up after using it. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a funny bug where his arm was straight up gone after he used it. Like his arm would be invisible. but it
Bro,
was like a-
bro, I remember fighting a guy who had an overhaul skin that let me not hit him.
Oh yeah, alright, yeah, another thing about bugs. There's a bug with Momo that's still around that I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but after some weird interactions with her, there'll be this thing where you can't hit her, and when she tries to hit you, she like does this like constant disjointed stuff, which is really weird. It's really hard to describe. And
There was
then-
okay. On topic of that, there was a really rare one that I got like twice on Aizawa, where he would literally just be invulnerable to
Oh
hits.
yeah, I've had that.
Like it was like the most rare thing ever. I never knew how it like happened. I could never replicate it. It just literally Aizawa was just unhittable. And I was like, what?
Speaking of like weird hitboxes being unhittable, don't the
then we
cheerleader
have-
skins?
Yeah. Okay. No.
Oh my
One thing people never clarify on. It's not all the cheerleader outfits. I don't know why all the cheerleader outfits are banned because the only cheerleader outfits where it makes a difference is Momo and Toga, which makes it even weirder because it's like, why is it only 2 characters?
Why
Like,
is it
what?
just
Yeah.
them
But
specifically?
basically, there's this glitch for anybody watching that if you use a cheerleader outfit DLCs on Momo and Toga, they just have smaller hurt boxes.
Yeah.
So if you can't use them competitively because you literally get an advantage from having a different outfit.
Yeah,
and
and
they're
if
like
you,
even smaller than like Minetta's.
yeah,
which
and
is
if you use it
incredibly
on
stupid.
purpose and you know what it does, you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're just punk. You're horny, you want to see the outfits, but don't use it on those characters because it's
Yeah.
literally cheating. But the other ones are fine though, which makes it even weirder because it's like, why is it only like that with those 2 characters?
Yeah,
It's like, huh?
Definitely.
So yeah, that's why the cheerleader
That's
outfits-
extremely weird.
so I think those are just all of the bugs for.
Oh wait, no. Those,
oh,
no. Now here's the game-breaking racism bugs. Because
Racism.
randomly- Yeah,
Racism
because
bugs.
there's the Xbox one where they literally couldn't play ranked for 6 months, which was
Oh,
incredibly
yeah.
stupid. So basically, one funny thing is that if you see like an Xbox player's items that were like still playing a lot during that time, Xbox players basically have every item in the game because they were playing unranked so much. Like, you were just constantly playing unranked and getting all the items. So that's
so dumb.
so that's like one fun thing. I have almost every item in the game on Xbox. So
Could
yeah,
you play in rooms or could you not like do that?
You can play in rooms. You can play in rooms. It's fine. It was literally just ranked. Ranked was just completely broken. There was no
Damn.
way to access it.
And then the Switch save bug,
Man,
which
the
you,
Switch had it even worse. Bro. If you got,
you gotta
Yeah,
play
like
the
at
Switch-
least, like at
Insane.
least if you played ranked in on Xbox for the little time you could, at least your shit saved.
yeah, and the thing about Switch is that if you got OJ2 on Switch during that period of time, you would literally have, if you closed the game out, you would literally have to play through the tutorial every single time you open it up. Because nothing saves. Your points don't save, your coins don't save, any new presets you want to save, literally nothing would save at all. So
Bro, I
Switch
remember
had it
how many
worse.
Switch players swapped to PS.
Yeah, so many,
It was a
so many
great Switch
players
migration.
Dude, everyone migrated. When it
Yeah.
happened to Xbox where they couldn't play ranked, every Xbox player came to almost every
honestly,
Xbox player.
No, honestly, that wasn't the case. A lot of Xbox players still stayed on Xbox right now. We just played unranked all the time. Like,
I
you
love how we're
literally
not
couldn't
even
get-
mentioning PC.
PC's just dead.
PC is literally the most dead thing on the planet. Like you could get,
sorry,
you
PC
could
what?
literally play 2 matches of OJ2 on PC, and you would be number 1 on leaderboards, bro. It's
Hey
pretty
man,
crazy.
at least
Exactly, bro.
OJ PC isn't the most dead OJ port.
Yeah, it is. It is the most.
What
dead.
about Stadia?
Bro, I forgot Stadia
we
even
don't
existed,
talk
bro.
about Stadia.
I forgot Stadia was even a freaking
We don't
console.
talk about Stadia.
One funny thing about Stadia, Lex made a video about getting number 1 with every character on Stadia. That nigga Lex got OJ2 on Stadia. Bro.
The motherfucker. I think it's more embarrassing he got a Stadia.
Yeah. It's
Oh
like,
no,
wait,
he didn't
what?
get a Stadia. He just got it off of his own PC.
Oh.
Okay. I'm about to say, what, nigga? Why do you have a Stadia to begin with?
I would
Yeah.
never buy it. Bro, the Stadia is literally the dumbest thing on the planet. It's like you could play on any game of the house. I can do that with my PlayStation. I just have to move the HDMI cord.
He was like, well, yeah, why do I have to do that with the Stadia, bro?
Like,
yeah,
facts.
it's like Stadia, yeah. We don't talk about Stadia. It's
Yeah,
just
we don't do
nothing,
it. It's the bastard child.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we just
Hey,
don't
you wanna
talk
know something stupid about OJ2 Stadia?
about- What?
The shit's like $90.
What? Oh, right, yeah, I forgot.
What?
That's without the coupon. With on discount it's like
wait,
$80.
With
Okay.
it,
There's a discount? Excuse me?
it's $80 with the discount. Hello?
Well, it is also a Google company, so.
I still, bro.
Google's
it's like,
greedy
I
as
have to
hell.
pay more.
You making me pay $90
It's like,
for
bro,
this?
I already
You're making me pay
don't wanna
$90 for
buy-
a shitty game that no one's gonna play.
I mean, you
on
get
a-
like some stuff with it, but like even like
Is
Is
Bro,
it
you
worth
guys-
it if you can't play online because no one plays on Stadia?
Bro,
You
if
got
you
stuff
want to
like this,
give me,
bro.
if you want to make me pay $90 for OJ2 on Stadia, you gotta give me the demo for OJ3, man.
Bro, you can really play OJ3 for free when it comes out, bro. Like, come on.
Alright, so
But yeah, Switch, like Xbox had it bad, Switch had it worse because they literally could not save anything, and outside
PS4 is
that,
just there.
Yeah, well, yeah, PS4 and PC are just there. PC's just dead, and PS4 just chilling.
And we don't talk about the other one.
Oh, yeah, we just
I'm
don't
sorry,
know.
what?
Yeah, we
don't talk
What
about
other
that.
console?
We don't talk about what?
We don't talk about
What
that.
other console?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
It's like Yushiro and Demon Slayer. What character? Who?
Like who? What character? What demon got added?
Huh? Who?
I heard that there was.
Demon.
I heard that
I
there was
don't know
supposed to be. I heard that there's supposed to be like an even amount of demons, but Enmu came out by himself, bro.
Yeah, Enmu came out.
Enmu came out by himself, bro. That was
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know what you were talking about.
Super weird.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be 6 demons to come out, but it came out to be 5. It's pretty weird.
Facts,
Yeah,
facts.
very weird. I think my game may be bugged.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe it was just about DLC. Maybe he was just too broken to get added, bro. You never know.
Yeah, facts,
man.
facts, facts.
Maybe. They were making a mid-process, and they're like, you know what? This character's too broken. We can't add him.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah, but-
released the patch, and then, like, they just released another patch afterwards. Like, now we gotta get rid of them.
Yeah. It's just like, nah, he was just too
Oh
broken.
my god, I almost did the fucking combo. OJ.
Alright,
Yeah,
fine, let's talk about Demon Slayer,
okay,
and
now
then I have a
Demon
fun
Slayer,
topic to
bro.
talk about.
We're like fully behind on Demon Slayer. The last time we talked about Demon Slayer was characters.
Talk about OJ2. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about like how there was like PS4 delay on Demon Slayer
Well,
and
no, we
D6
didn't
and
go into
shit.
detail about it though. We literally just went into detail.
I feel like
about
okay. What
We
we
really
need to
just
do is
grazed over it.
we need to do a My Hero section and then a Demon Slayer section is what we need to do.
I mean, it could
Okay,
just be like a
yeah.
free little talk where we just like kind of like
Well,
have a
yeah, we'll
discussion.
just-
I feel
yeah,
like
just
a
go off.
discussion like where we talk about it and like convert into it more naturally would be better than us just trying to
Okay, yeah,
make it
so-
more, you know. Because we're just bros talking about how OJ2 is slightly
How
less
garbage
shit than
fucking
Demon
games
Slayer.
are. Let's go. Alright, but Demon Slayer's not as much to talk about, but obviously at launch there were a bunch of desync issues where, you know, your opponent and, like, you will literally be playing completely different games.
Yeah.
Like, out of nowhere. Then there was a thing where, like, a bunch of times, like, on Rengoku, Hinojiro, and I feel like another character, if you did their ults, you would probably just crash. And then the stupid thing about crashing in Demon Slayer is that you would get a disconnect, and that will like get you banned. Like I remember literally getting banned because I got disconnected so much.
Oh yeah, that actually happened to me once.
Yeah, it also doesn't
I
help
didn't even
that the net
disconnect
goes
like
fast.
any time. I have
I
not
was-
disconnected.
I got lucky when playing Demon Slayer, and I only got one disconnect, and that was actually a salty disconnect. So I can't even say I disconnected through that. I was lucky. I just salty disconnected against this guy because he was fucking running as Shinobu, and I was pissed.
Oh yeah, I mean
But,
fair,
yeah,
honestly.
exactly. It's like I literally got banned for a day because I kept disconnecting. So that was stupid. And then
Same. Like
yeah,
it
and then
literally just stopped my whole stream. It was like, whoops, I
it's
got
like,
banned.
Well, I got banned, boys. I guess that's
Damn. Guess we ain't playing no more.
But then obviously the really stupid thing, honestly, this is even dumber than the OJ2 glitches, is that literally of certain platform, PS4 would just have more input delay by a good
Yeah,
amount. if you
that's
were on
what.
PS4,
That's
you
why
just
I
have, like-
stopped really playing this game that much.
Yeah, that made it even worse. Like the netcode already sucks. You already have so many desync and connection issues. So now on top of that, if you play on PS4, you literally, I think it was like what 7 to like 14 frames more of input delay, which I'm not sure. Yeah. Does anyone remember exactly how much it was?
Yeah. No,
I-
but I know
I
it was
don't
noticeable.
remember
It was
that.
noticeable, so at least
Yeah,
had to
it
be
was
more than 4.
noticeable.
Like a whole bunch of people were like complaining about it. Like personally, me, I
Yeah,
didn't
it was
really see much of
really
an issue
stupid.
of it, but
And the
like
thing is-
a whole lot
and
of
that's
people.
And that's a glitch they should have fixed really quickly, but it still took them like a month. No, it still took them like 2 months to fix it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took them a while to fix it, even though it was a really big issue, because it basically made it, if you were on PS4, have fun playing that game competitively at all, because it's like, yeah, you're just gonna have more input delay than anybody else.
Yeah, it was literally like training mode had disconnect,
Yeah,
like
you would
offline
have
had
input
delay.
Offline, like you already technically have input delay no matter what, because obviously your controller doesn't get the inputs literally instantly. But you literally could notice the input delay in training, which was so stupid.
Yeah.
Again,
It doesn't help that it would add on top of the already bad online netcode
Yeah,
delay.
exactly. It's like the netcode already sucks, and then you have extra input delay on top.
And think about it this way: I didn't have LAN at that point.
Yeah,
Speaking of
exactly.
which, I didn't even plug my fucking LAN cable in. Oh my god! Hold on. My LAN cable's not even fucking plugged in. Okay. Okay.
And like they didn't fix it till like December and January, which is ridiculous because that shit
Yeah.
has been fixed in like the first couple weeks with how big of an issue it was.
Yeah, true.
Outside that, I will say Doomslayer doesn't. Oh wait, no. There was an infinite. There was a infinite glitch where as long as like a character had a Rokudaki assist and used boost, they could like everybody could access an infinite. So
That
was
feels
also
like a
pretty
different
cool.
category entirely and not like bug.
I mean, it's a bug. What do you mean? It's literally a bug.
No, I feel like infinites would be
Whoa.
more under balance category instead of like a bug.
But it was a
the thing is,
bug that
yeah, it
caused
was
an infinite.
Oh,
it was an
okay, then yeah.
Like the infinite was caused by a bug, though. That's the thing. So okay, now I guess we can.